Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to showcase a 1-bar Oakensoul build for the Stamina Warden, also known as Stamden. This build utilizes some of the best gear in the game to pull endgame DPS. This build is capable of pulling over 99k on the parse dummy. For this build, I'll be using mythics and trial gear, so this is not a super beginner friendly build, but rather more for endgame players who prefer 1-bar builds. I will also do my best to keep it as viable for content as possible, such as offering a flex spot and giving advice on some alternative gear options or skills in the video. Anyways, here's the build. So starting off in the character sheet, I have 64 points into stamina, and I am running the Thief Mundus. For the race, I am a Dark Elf. Other alternatives include Khajiit, Wood Elf, and Orc probably. So for food, we're going to be running RTM Takeaway Broth. For content, a cheaper and just as good alternative would be Dubious Cameron Throne. And if you're parsing or need more sustain, then Lava Food Soup and Salt Rice is always the go-to. So for potions, this is where it gets a little bit different, because Oakensoul gives us access to the major buffs that Stam needs, which is Major Savagery and Major Brutality. We're going to be opting to run Heroism Pots. Heroism Pots can be created or bought, but the combination I used was Columbine, Dragon Realm, and Dragon's Blood. So what this does is it gives a line of Restore Magicka, plus Major Intellect, Restore Stamina, plus Major Endurance, and Minor Heroism. So these potions do cost a lot to make, so make sure you have 3 points from the Alchemy skill line Medicinal use to benefit from the full duration of the potions. A cheaper alternative, although not as good, will be running just regular Essence of Stamina. So for CP, for the blue tree, we're going to be running Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, Wrathful Strikes, and Backstabber. For the red tree, Balanced Vitality, Fortified, Rejuvenation, and Bloody Renewal. So for gear, we're going to be running 5-piece Ogvin paired with 5-piece Reliquin and Oakensoul Ring. So breaking it down, in the main hand we have a Zovgin Dagger Nerdhoned, Flame Damage enchant. On the offhand, Charge with a Poison Damage enchant. On the head we have a 1-piece Light Crags in Divines with Max Stam enchant. On the body, we have 5 pieces of Reliquin, all with Max Stam in Divines. And then on the pants, we have a Zovgin Guards in Divines with a Max Stam enchant. And for the jewelry, we have 2 pieces of Zovgin jewelry, traded in Bloodthirsty with weapon damage enchants. And on the last ring is Oakensoul, which is traded in Bloodthirsty and with weapon damage enchant again. So for skills, we're going to be running Subterranean Assault, Cutting Dive, Growing Swarm, Deadly Cloak, Renner's Revenge, and Wild Guardian. So for the rotation, we're just going to be prioritizing our Subterranean Assault and using 5 skills and then going back to Subterranean Assault. So the priority would be Subterranean Assault, Winter's Revenge, Growing Swarm, Deadly Cloak, Cutting Dive, and then if you're able to, you should try to stack Cutting Dive stacks during off balance. And one last thing, whenever your ult is ready, just use it ASAP and you should be good to go. So for closing thoughts, first off, your flex skill would probably be Deadly Cloak. So if you need to replace that with another skill, feel free to take that off. In terms of Cutting Dive, I didn't do the stacks because on console, there's really no good way to see. So there's that. So this parse could have been way higher, maybe 4 to 5k at the bare minimum. And for gear alternatives, for the body, Core Riptide is probably going to outparse it if you can manage your stamina. And some other sets that are notable mentions, this would be Pillar of Nirn, Advancing Yokeda, Whirl of Depth, Zovgin, and Order's Wrath. And I think that wraps up the video. Thanks for watching and have a good day.